Hello, I welcome you to today's edition of Welcome to My Kitchen, and my name is Barbara Hammond. On today's episode, we are going to have a healthy conversation around this vegetable called tomatoes. You don't want to miss this, so please call a friend, call a loved one, and let's educate ourselves. We are being supported by Handy Honey. So for your organic honey, look no further. Please pick the number on the screen, contact Justice, and he will serve you. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back. So to have this conversation with me is those two handsome gentlemen right by my side. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You good?
Yes.
I'm doing fantastically well,
Great.
by God's grace.
Great.
Right, so we are going to have a conversation, but I need my viewer to know you better. Can you please introduce yourself, your name, what you do, and where you can be found?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So my name is Enoch Sam Isiedu. I'm a dietitian and I work with Dr. Do Good. It's an online clinic. So I'm a dietitian there. I'm also a student at the University of Ghana. I read masters in nutrition. And then I'm also a researcher with interest in pediatric nutrition and weight management.
Great, great. And yourself?
Okay. I'm Dr. Dan Daniel, a reflexologist and an expert in Health Expo. We are located at Dodoa, the CEO of Rafa Better Services Limited. Thank you.
Thank you. So on this episode or this season, we seek to bring you a holistic, look at health. And so, Dan, explain to us exactly what do you do?
Okay. The reflexology is about the way we massage or touch some reflex points in our feet or in our palm to reach some organ of our body.
I see.
That's the reflexology. We have some other massage too we do at our places over there, but our focus is the reflexology. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so today we are talking about tomatoes, and we also want you to show us, how to manage pain when it comes to the prostate.
Yes.
Where in the palm or under the feet can we locate the prostate?
Okay. Thank you. So the prostate is located here in our heel. Or you can find it to this pink color over here.
Is it red or pink? It's red.
Pink, red, okay. Okay, thank you. Here. So this is the prostate, the 2 points.
Okay.
So I want to show it very well.
All right, so it's under the heel,
Yeah.
above the heel or under the heel?
We have one under
Okay.
the heel and one
Above.
above.
Okay.
So see the 2 points, one here and one here.
So you
So the both, but you have to do it one after another.
okay.
Okay. So this is the point. With your cream, can do it gently.
Okay.
And here too. The back
Okay. Of the heel.
Yes, can put it like this one.
And then you massage.
Yes.
Okay. For how long?
2 to 3 minutes.
How many sessions? Or you
Twice
just
a day.
Twice a day.
Yes.
So twice a day, if you have that condition
Yes.
and you're experiencing pain, right under your knee, heel, and
Heel.
above the heel,
Yes.
you hold those 2 points you showed us with a healthy cream, for instance, probably shea butter or coconut or olive, and then you massage it for about 2 to 3 minutes
Yes.
twice a day. And that will bring relief.
By the grace
wow,
of
that's
God.
interesting. That's interesting. And you said, where can you be found?
At Dodoa.
Okay, so I want to believe that you do total body massage, right?
Please, yes.
Okay, so if I'm having inflammation or pain or any kind, I can reach you.
We have a full body massage, a sectorial massage, whatever.
I see.
All about massage.
Right. Thank you very much for this education. I hope you've learned something from us today. You can also teach a brother, a friend, or manage it yourself. I'll come to you, my nutritionist and dietitian, Dr. Do Good. Tell me about this Do Good thing. It sounds interesting. What is it all about?
Okay, so Dr. Do Good is an online clinic made up of a team of specialists from every health sector. So we have nutritionists or dietitians, we have physiotherapists, we have nurses and doctors, specialists on board. So all you need to do is when you have, when you log on or sign up to be part of the clinic, when you have any medical condition, you can just get into contact with the specialist and then you offer you their services.
Wow, that's
it's very affordable. Yes.
Very affordable.
Very
That's
affordable.
quite interesting.
Yes.
You are taking patients away from the clinic.
Yes, please.
Anyway, so we are here to talk about the health benefits of this vegetable tomatoes.
Yes.
I think we abuse it a lot, and so we don't get the benefits. Typical Ghanaian girl or woman preparing bee soup or sauce will cook tomatoes for so long a time. And I'm very positive that by the time the food is done, the benefits is all gone.
Yeah.
Now tell us, how, as a nutritionist, in your point of view, how should this vegetable, how should you manage it?
Okay. So as we are watching it, it looks very fresh and it's best eaten in the States. So the moment you tend to overcook it, you tend to denature some of these nutrients. It's rich in vitamins, rich in minerals, you know, but when you overcook it, you then limit the ability of these nutrients. So it's best you eat it raw.
Okay. So tell me, what's the benefit? What can the prostate gain from tomatoes?
Okay. So there are a couple of nutrients that tomatoes contain. Vitamin C. And you know, the body, for adults, you need about 45 to 50 milligrams of vitamin C in a day. So you can't get it from only tomatoes because we don't eat a large amount of tomato. Yeah. So it's good that you eat it together with other vegetables or fruits to get in there. And then again, for you to also be able to get all the nutrients from the vegetables, it is also okay that you eat it in this state, in this fresh state. Because the moment you tend to cook it, you tend to reduce the power of, or the potency of these nutrients I've mentioned earlier. So it's good that you eat it in this state. All
right, so who shouldn't eat tomatoes or too much of tomatoes?
Okay, so...
Well, because I asked this because I do know tomato is also high in potassium.
Yes.
And I know certain health conditions, too much of it can be quite harmful.
Yes.
That's why I asked that question.
Okay.
Who shouldn't do too much tomatoes?
Okay. So potassium actually works with sodium. Okay. So it's a very complex process. So somebody who is really suffering from having hypertension and is now on medications, especially maybe warfarin. Warfarin is really an anticoagulant, and this one has vitamin K. And the vitamin K is a vitamin that helps with coagulating. So there's a matter of drug-nutrient interaction. So someone who is taking hypertensive medicine like warfarin, warfarin is an anticoagulant. It means that it makes the blood thinner so that it can flow through the blood vessels. But then tomatoes contains potassium and then vitamin K, which actually helps the blood to coagulate. So when you are taking too much tomatoes, you're actually fighting against the drug. So the drug will not work as it should. Yes, so that is it.
Yeah. Okay, and I do know that too much potassium and K2 is not too good for kidney patients.
Exactly,
right? Yeah.
exactly.
So we should be mindful.
Yes.
So in as much as it's a healthy fruit or vegetable that we take, we should do it in moderation.
Exactly.
And we should ask questions, right?
Yes.
Get ourselves educated so we don't abuse them. So we are going into the kitchen to prepare a sumptuous soup with tomato. Tomato is a star ingredient today. So come with me as we prepare this healthy, creamy tomato soup. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So this is the segment where I get to cook for my guests. Today I'm going to prepare you a sumptuous soup.
Wow.
I don't know if you've heard of it before, but since we are discussing tomatoes,
Yes.
and you've given us so much education on tomatoes, the star ingredient in this soup is tomatoes. So we are doing creamy tomato soup.
The name sounds delicious.
Delicious and beautiful as well.
Yes, please.
So on my table we have tomatoes, that's our star ingredients.
Okay.
We have onion, we have pepper,
Yes.
we have garlic, ginger, and prekese. We call it Adan fruits. Okay. And we have basil and carrots to, just spice it up. So these are the ingredients that will be in my soup. And I have
Okay.
coconut oil as my fats. I have
Okay.
salt that I'm going to use, to make the soup tasty.
Okay.
And
great.
we are going to have coconut cream.
Okay.
And then my another secret is vegetable stock. You can decide to use chicken stock, whatever kind of stock you have, but I am using vegetable stock just to
Okay.
make our soup
Right.
taste delicious and tasty. And so I'm getting to it. So I need you to help me out here.
Okay.
Okay, so whilst I put these things in my cooking pots,
Okay.
give us a little education on this herb,
Yeah.
basil. All right, thank you.
Yeah. So basil is what we normally call akokomesa in our local dialect, and it's a very good herb in the sense that if you are suffering from anemia, this is a very good source of iron that you can add to your diet so that your iron stores will be replenished. And then again, it's also very good for managing stress, which, current Ghana, everything is stressful. So if you have a herb that can really help you manage your stress levels, then it's a good thing. Yes, and then it's also rich in vitamin K, which is good for blood clotting. So, that and so much more. So in your soups and in your stews, you can just add this and then you'll be good to go. Yeah.
Can I also add that you can brew this as in tea form?
Yes, yes.
If you can't sleep well at night, this is a healthy tea that can help you sleep very well.
All right.
It's a tea that is also good for diabetics,
yes.
good for hypertensive as well. So if you have challenges with these conditions and you need a simple tea to enjoy any day, anytime, you can't go wrong with basil tea.
Yes.
Very delicious.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, this is my cooking pot.
Yes.
In the pot, I've placed all my ingredients. Okay, what I'm going to do now is to bake or cook my ingredients for some time before blending it and then preparing the soup. What most of us do in our various homes is, Ghanaians especially, we put the ingredients, put it on fire and cook it for some time. Then we blend, we strain, and then, we put it in our pots and then we start preparing the soup. But I just want to, kind of bake it for a while. And I'm going to use my coconut oil. I'm putting just a little, maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. And then I'll leave it for about 5 minutes. Then I'll bring it out, blend, and prepare that delicious soup with. So what happens when you do this is that it makes the soup tasty. That is what I have observed, my own observation. And it's also, it gives it a very nice smell as well. So I love to do mine this way. But feel free to do it anyhow you want it. But the most important thing is for us to get a healthy soup, delicious and tasty soup.
Yeah.
A soup my guests will enjoy and will love to do at home as well.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. But I need you to talk about those fruits for me.
Yes.
We call it prekese. Do you know that it's also diabetic friendly?
Yes.
Why am I so worried about this diabetic and hypertension? Because it's become, I don't know, should I say the commonest health challenge we have now?
Yes.
We have it in our various homes. Doctor, can you say something about it for us?
Yeah, so in 2023, it came out that upon all the deaths we record in the country, 43% of these deaths are as a result of NCDs. And these NCDs ranges from diabetes, hypertension, some cancers, but the most common one that we mostly experience is the hypertension and diabetes. It's really killing us.
So what,
Yeah.
when you say NCDs, what do you mean by that?
Okay, so NCDs stand for non-communicable diseases. So
Okay.
these are the diseases that cannot be transferred from one person to another. And it's mostly as a result of lifestyle and dietary.
I see.
So if you have changed dietary pattern, then you're at risk of developing these NCDs.
Wow.
We even interest you to know that obesity, which is having a plus body size, actually is considered as an NCD.
This obesity looks like we are all obese. Last time I went to church, they came and took our body weight and they say, me, I'm obese. So I need to drop some weight.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So obesity has classes. So you have the class 1, class 2, and then class 3.
Okay, so tell me, am I obese?
Judging from the way you look, I wouldn't say that because
I'm not.
yes, mostly the black race, we really like body that is a bit well figured out, you know, well shaped and all. So it's a good thing. But then it's when you get to the plus 2, going to plus 3, that is where the problem is.
Oh, I see. And briefly, what can we do? You know, what are some of the things we can do to help us bring those weights down? Even though we'll have an episode and go into that, can we just share some light on?
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, it's sort of emanates from the dietary patterns of people and then even lifestyle.
Okay.
And you know, recently the world is now moving from, you know, the hard labor jobs to a more sedentary kind of job. Yeah. So sedentary lifestyle, that is when you're always in your office, you know, if you want to go and pick something, there's a car there available for you to drive. Yeah. So that sort of life also predisposes us to this obesity. So if you're able to modify, your lifestyle a little, so for instance, you make exercise a very important thing. You know, I always say that your health, you have to be intentional about your health.
Your health.
Yes. So it's not all about maybe you just eating well, but you have to make sure that you are, it's not just about eating, but making sure that the food that I'm taking in has this kind of nutrients that is going to help improve my health in this aspect. Yeah. So if you have that, then you move it. So it's dietary and then exercise. That's the main thing. And then, you know, there's also research shows that sometimes genetics, but that you cannot do much about it. Because if it's with your mother or your father or your uncle, mean that you have the genes in your body, but they are recessive. Recessive in the sense that they don't show unless you eat unhealthy foods and you engage in maybe low physical activity, then you sort of activate these recessive genes to become dominant genes. And then you begin to exhibit these diseases.
You know your stuff. Thank you so much. So those of us who are fond of comforting ourselves, so as for this fat runs in my family, it says we can all do something about it.
Yes.
Something about it. So, you know, I mentioned when I said we are going to prepare creamy tomato soup. So whilst our ingredients are in the pot cooking, I'm going to blend our coconuts into milk, you know, and that is the cream we are going to use. Remember, I use coconut oil to bake my ingredients. So the cream is going to be that of coconut.
Madam, let me quickly add that recently I've seen messages and then people who are not nutrition experts, especially on social media, saying that coconut oil is not healthy.
Really?
Yes, I just want to clear that misconception.
It's a lie?
It's a big lie.
A big fat lie.
A big lie. It's a very big lie. You know, coconut is just among the few oils we have in the world that contains short and medium chain healthy fats. And these fats are polyunsaturated fatty acids. And these are okay for our immunity. They are okay and they give us good amount of energy too. And then, you know, nutrients don't really work in isolation. They call something synergy, meaning that two of them would have to work together to give you a full-fledged ability or a full-fledged property of that particular nutrient. Yes, so coconut is a good enhancer. And it has potassium too for all the kidney problems and all of that.
I see.
Yes.
And so in as much as it's good, the key word here is moderation. Okay,
exactly.
So he's debunked that thing that they are now spreading on social media that coconut oil is not healthy. It is healthy, but then let's all be mindful. Just take everything in moderation.
Yeah,
that is it. Water is good, but if you abuse water, it will discipline you. So
true.
just take everything in moderation. So currently my coconut milk is ready. Depending on how you want it. If you want yours lighter, fine, but I want mine a little thicker. So realize that I didn't put in too much water, so I can get that creamy texture I'm looking for. So my coconut milk is ready. Our coconut milk is ready, and our baked ingredients are also ready.
Wow.
I'm putting them together, blend them beautifully and neatly, strain, and then we go ahead with our soup. You don't want to miss this. I wish you were here. So just, you know, enjoy the aroma around here. I wish you were here. And regardless, you can do that at home and share your experience with me. I said I don't add water to my, when I'm blending these things. So what I have with me here is vegetable stock. It's ready. Now straining is optional. If you want the fiber or the roughage in there, that's fine. But I want mine out. I want mine out. So if you decide to keep yours, that's very fine. The most important thing is having a healthy, delicious tomato creamy soup. Yeah.
Yes.
You're wondering what's nice this woman doing, right?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
don't worry, it'll come out so
I'm waiting
nice.
for the end product.
You should wait for it. This is an experience you will never forget. Creamy tomato soup. It's something we hardly do.
Yes.
Well, some people do. These days, we're all doing all kinds of things with what God has given us, So a friend says cooking is an act.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whichever form it takes, the most important thing is having a healthy meal to eat. All right, so the next step is for us to pour them into our cooking pots, and we are good. All right, so I'm pouring the strained tomato into the pots, and we'll add our coconut milk as much as you want, please. I want mine creamy. Then the last ingredient that will go in there will be my basil.
Yeah.
And I'll cover my pots and leave it to cook for a minute or two.
Okay.
I love my soup spicy, so I'm adding one more pepper into it. We'll be right back.
Okay.
welcome back. Our soup is ready. I'm going to invite one of our guests. Please join us. So you missed the cooking experience, but you are definitely not missing the tasting experience.
Thank you.
So this is the healthiest tomato soup you can find. My guest is a vegetarian, hence there is no protein, as in no fish or meat in it, but feel free to add any kind of protein to yours, okay? So the soup is ready.
I like what I see.
I'm just garnishing it with just a little bit of coconut milk.
Wow.
See, this goes well with some garlic bread or potato.
Wow.
Yeah, but today I'm not giving you any garlic potato. So take it like that for me, okay? And I want to garnish it a little with my basil. Please take the shots for me. Beautiful. Inviting? Is it inviting? Is it inviting you? All right, so we've come to the end of our cooking experience. This is creamy tomato soup. Moment of truth. All right, so this is yours, this is yours. You taste it and let's see. Tell us how it's all like.
Okay.
The way you've taken small one, baby. Really? It's good. Yes. Take one more and let me say it's good.
I think it's very nice.
It's very nice.
Yes,
So
it's
tell me,
delicious.
what is it?
Well, they normally say men are attracted to what they see. So when I saw the thing, I got attracted.
Really?
And I decided to go into the content and find it out. And to my surprise, it's as delicious as it looks. Yeah, thank you very much. And I think it's a simple recipe.
Very simple recipe. Very simple recipe. Yeah. And your experience?
Oh.
You love it?
Love it.
You want to try it?
Yes.
Any day,
More.
anytime?
I will do it.
Unfortunately, you are not here to experience what we are having at this moment, but trust me, it's tasty, delicious, and healthy. So when next you want to prepare soup, something different at home, you can try this. Remember, you can use any type of cream, but I opted for coconut. You can decide to use heavy cream or any type.
How long can I keep this in my fridge?
Oh, you can keep this. Well, I keep mine in a freezer, not fridge.
Okay.
But I'm sure it can last for about 2 days. Just make sure you don't put the cream in it when it's already done.
Okay.
You can just put the cream in it when you're about to take it.
Okay.
But normally when I do it, I keep it in my freezer and it takes as long as it lasts.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you too. So all too soon, we've come to the end of today's episode. It's been educative and fun. And we say thank you for having us in your homes. Until we come your way next time, this is Welcome to My Kitchen. And my name is Baba Hammond. Take care and stay safe. Bye.
Bye-bye.